Welcome back. And as was mentioned earlier in the show, our first conversation for today is going to be with representatives of St. John's Credit Union Limited. Of course, we're going to get an update as to what they're offering at this time and some stuff that's on the horizon for them as well. We have joining us at this time Marketing Officer Lucien Dawson and Loan Supervisor Andrew Mitchell. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Belize.
So let's start off by just getting a little bit of an update as to how you guys are doing and what's new at St. John's. We know last week was International Credit Union Day.
Yes, it was International Credit Union Week actually.
Okay.
We extend the week from just a Thursday to the entire week. So we're off that week. Saturday we just came from the annual convention, the 15th annual convention that the Belize Credit Union League hosted. They had a number of different seminars during that day. And one of the things that we are proud to say that we thoroughly enjoyed that day, and our staff is fully energized. We have a new perspective on how to handle the work here. And for me personally, I enjoyed that presentation from Nicole Solano. She did it on digital marketing, and it was very interesting that now the credit unions are leaning towards now marketing. But on St. John's side, we have been the innovators of the movement. That's what we have been dubbed. Last year we were awarded that actually at our annual awards night. This year at our awards night, we have been awarded for the credit union that grew the most in savings. So our members are savers, but we want to encourage our members as well to borrow. So we're coming up with different financing options for our members. What sets us apart at St. John's Credit Union is we have a wide variety of financing options available for our members. It's no longer just about the rebate and the dividend, but it's about how can I be better off financially? And St. John's is positioned to do that now.
Now, it's interesting that you said you were awarded for most increase in savings. Yes. What do you think are, from your own experience, some of the reasons that people, have you had a growth in membership that has contributed towards the growth in savings, or have your actual members been penny pinching over the course of the last year?
Well, there's a couple strategies that we use. Yes, we have an aggressive campaign to increase our membership. So yes, there was an increase in membership. But as well, those members who actually borrow from us, we actually link them to a savings plan. He's going to get in more into that and how that happens. But there's a savings plan. So you're not only borrowing, but you're actually saving towards your future. So while you're paying on your loan, your shares, what we call our shares, but savings to the regular man out there, tends to grow. So you're not just borrowing just to pay a dead-end loan payment. You're actually saving, you're actually investing for the long term.
Do tell us more about that, Andrew.
Well, basically, as Mr. Dawson mentioned, we have multiple loan products. It really ranges from the regular consumer loan. I walk in and I'm able to borrow a loan for household items, for travel expenses. But the credit union, St. John's, has basically set ourselves apart in beginning to offer Christmas promotional loans. Credit unions traditionally try to offer a set product. We innovated our Christmas promo because a lot of people will come in and say, well, how much can I really qualify for? And so what we've done, we've developed a system that enables a person to come in with the employment credential, and that will tell you immediately, plug in all your necessary components, your biodata, your liabilities, we can offer you up to X amount of dollars as a Christmas promo. We've also stepped aside to begin to offer, and we are currently the only credit union doing a line of credit program. So what that does for persons who are traditionally borrowing from the banks with credit cards, we began with our own line of credit to be able to offer members a new innovative way of borrowing money. So you borrow, we establish a spending limit. As you progressively bring that down, should the need arise, you have the option to just automatically access that again. Now, with all of our loan products, even residential holders, whilst a home loan is basically the largest investment you could make, we still want you to save because you will still leave something for your family. God forbids if and when you die. So the savings is also tied to our burial benefits. You also get your life insurance benefits. So borrowing is basically to help us make you a better individual, both financially but also in society.
Okay. Now, in terms of the demand for coming in for loans, how has that been? We know that a lot of the financial institutions right now are really pushing to be able to get people to come in and access finances. And not everybody qualifies. That's part of the issue. But also, I think people are perhaps a little bit wary, given the economy, just being able to meet the everyday expenses on whether or not they can be able to go in and get an additional loan if they need to. What's it been like on your end?
Realistically, it is true that not everyone may qualify for what they want, but what the credit union tries to drive at home is if a person may not be able to get what they actually came in wanting, we could probably look at something that's more affordable in their budget. It's something that we in the credit union movement have been known to do. Mr. Dawson sings it very often.
You sing it?
Well, not necessarily, but we are financial advisors to our members. We have to ensure that we don't overcommit our members. And a lot of people would want to say to us, you know I can pay. Yes, we respect that, but we do not want to put you in a position that you may not be able to meet some of your living expenses. So again, the system that we have developed is based on our historical records to say we don't want to put you at more than X amount of dollars monthly because you also need to live off of your finances. So we're helping you to save. People traditionally like to say a tenth is for God, but the credit union likes to encourage you to try and save a penny of your salary for your family and for yourself. You know? So loans have been a bit, they've been coming in quite honestly. It's been, for me, I can say it's been quite a good year. Especially as we move now into what we consider as a high season for borrowing. We are beginning to step up our game. Some members get text messaging, courtesy of Mr. Dawson and marketing. They get their email advertisement notifying them what is available. So basically, we now start to do what the banks have been known to do, to call you and encourage you for a loan. We are getting back to the things that brought us so many years now.
Now, given the fact that the credit union's foundation is on being responsible with their members and ensuring that people aren't overextending themselves financially, as you pointed out. In other words, you're not going to give someone a loan or grant a loan if you know they really and truly can't afford it. How do you work with people to be able to stay within what is best for their budget? And Christmas time is a great time to talk about this because while the gifts are important for families, they're not essential expenses, but they still parents want to be able to provide to the kids, and they want to fix up their house and whatever else that they use for Christmas time. How do you work with your members so that they can realistically be able to get the credit they need, but at the same time still stay within what is affordable to them?
One of the key points when it comes to the application process, your income is one of the primary determinants as to what you can afford. And our historical records would dictate to us, tell us that, a person is most likely to live off of, labor laws, a third of his or her salary. There are cases you might want to offer that person a little bit more because you know their capacity, but we will not put you, in no way we would commit you to 70% of your salary servicing your loan with us. We are doing you more harm than we would be doing good. So basically what we do is we counsel you as to what your living arrangements may be. We look at whether or not you have goals towards residential investments and such. So really we work with you on a personal basis. We sit down and it's quite condensed. We generally would try to do it within maybe a 30 minute, 1 hour period to see what it is you want to do. But we can realistically, because of our trainings, we can sit down with you and go through your application, in most cases within a 20-minute period, and tell you, I think this is best for you.
Yes, and that's the thing. That is what sets us apart, because while we're encouraging our members to make effortless memories, that is the goal behind it, to make the memories effortless. You're not worrying about your loan payment. Oh my God, how I live tomorrow, how I live for the next 2 years. It's not like that. We come in, we counsel you, and we give you the best financial plan possible that we can offer you. And what we do is that we ensure that you are comfortable, that, you know, we have found that people go to other financial institutions, they get into contracts with these financial institutions, and then they turned out to be very predatory. And that is what sets us apart. Last week we were talking about the authentic difference, and that is what makes St. John's authentically different. We try to reach the member where they're at and try to put them at a better financial position. So it's, yes, we're promoting Christmas loans, but we're promoting effortless memories as well.
Yeah.
So that is to ensure that when everything is said and done, you're getting the kids the tablets, the cell phones, the laptops, you know, the iPads, the iPods, the iPhone 7 just came out, you know. While they're doing that for their kids, they have a peace of mind that, yes, we can still live and make it as a family. Is our ultimate goal, that when each person walks through that door, that they come out relieved, that they say, I remember clearly one applicant that loan officer dealt with. She said, I was with another financial institution and we set up her financial plan, and she said, I feel like I just left an abusive relationship. You know, like what? That is what she said. And some people out here feel abused, but that's what sets St. John's apart. That is why we're saying safe saving, smart borrowing. Because when you borrow from us, it's the smartest thing you can do. And we set up a plan that is smart for you. That, you know, we meet you where you're at. We ask you what your goals are. So sometimes our loan appointment may go beyond a half an hour or an hour, because you're an individual to us. You're not just a regular number. You're an individual to us.
Now, I think one of the challenges that we have been hearing about in terms of accessibility to finance is the large number of payday loans institutions. And I know that's what you were referring to when you call them predatory agencies. And I do want to say, because it's easy for people to go in and get money, too easy almost. What do you advise? So if somebody comes in and then you start asking questions and they feel uncomfortable, like maybe this isn't going well, what do you tell them in terms of reminding them that saving or borrowing from a safe institution, someone that will ask you the relevant questions, is the better way to go than walking in and walking out with cash from another place?
Well, two answers to that. First, we would try to see how we can consolidate those loans and and set up an easier payment structure for them. And number two, if you do need a payday loan, we offer that as well. We offer smart cash. So it's a short-term loan, short-term facility, and the payments and the charges are much more easier to handle.
Okay.
So we have started that program as well. So members,
what's different about your program versus what's everywhere else?
The first thing that is, we do an evaluation. I just don't come in. You just don't come in to me and then you said, I want 1,000. You come in, you bring your job letter, pay slip, and then you leave with the 1,000. We actually evaluate you, and then we say, this is what is within your means. Can this work for you?
One of the things, while he's mentioning it, one of the things I find which is very beneficial to members, they would bring in these loan terms that they have, and when we sit down, as he's saying, we would look at trying to consolidate. We would show them, listen, this is what you're doing now. You're really restricted with your income because of your current obligations. But if I offer you a consolidation, if I take what you're paying outside and I bring that to us, I can actually do more for you while improving your wealth. You're going to be saving. You're going to be better off being a credit union member. So that is one of the high selling points for members, to know that I'm not just borrowing for now, but I'm protecting my future down the road.
So let's talk about the Christmas loan promotion. It started October 3rd and right into mid-December. So instead of waiting for the last minute rush, people should come in early.
Right.
Let's talk about what they need to do when they come in to try to access a Christmas loan.
Okay. You must be a member. That's the first thing. You must have at least $150 in savings. Some members asked us, well, why do we establish that minimum share requirement? We did so that members can pre-qualify for our funeral benefit, which is a $5,000 protection for your family if and when you die. That's something that a lot of people see also beneficial. There are added services that come with your loan from us. In terms of the Christmas, become a member. If you're not a member, you can join today. I'd encourage you to join today. Get your job letter, get your pay slips, 1 month's pay slip, a utility bill for proof of address, and you could simply ask to set up an appointment at the earliest point. Now, the Christmas promotional loan, some people say we are a little savvy in terms of the limit that we're offering for it. However, we think that based on your income, it really comes down to your ability in servicing the loan. You could probably qualify for upwards of $20,000. I'm not saying this is the only loan you can get. If it's a case that you can afford this and also another consumer loan, we'll throw that to you and tell you, you know, I can really do this much with your income, but I want you to commit to St. John's Credit Union.
So there's no way of saying exactly what you can get unless you go in with your job letter and have that consultation.
Right, and that's the difference, is that we actually evaluate you.
Yeah.
So if you come in to me right now, Marlene, and I evaluate you, then I will say, probably you look fair, good fair 20, you know. Right? So I say you're good fair 20. Then we put the choice in your hands, how much of that 20 if you want that whole 20 and stuff like that, because we're finding as well that how our members actually travel during Christmas as well. So we're actually doing that. Some people use a Christmas loan to consolidate loans. They have other purposes that they use it for. So this is an opportunity for you to really take advantage of and come in and get your evaluation done today. You know, and like what Andrew said, you just need to have the $150 minimum in shares. And in years past, you know, credit unions have had this policy that you needed to be a member for 6 months and all of that. With St. John's, that is a no more factor.
Somebody can go and sign up to become a member now.
They can
Put the requisite $150 in the savings and then apply for the loan.
Right.
The Christmas loan promotion.
Right.
Great. And you know that it's probably going to be within the last couple weeks of the promotion that people are going to come in. Why do you encourage them to come in earlier than that?
Well, what we've done, we began to inform members that, you know, you had gotten this loan last year. To beat the rush this year, you can come in and do a refinance based on what we know you're good for. We want to encourage members as best as possible. Please don't wait for the last minute, because sadly, there may be a case that we might not be able to get to all members. We'll try our best, even if we have to, as you see, we can open on Saturdays. We'll extend our hours as best as possible to meet all the demand that we can. But we want you to beat that rush. You don't have to disburse your financing. You can get it approved and tell us, well, you know, I want it on the 20th. Whenever you're ready for your funds, you come in and you get your funds. But please come in early so that you're not going to be strapped with a lot of appointments before you.
And right now it's by appointment.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's if you come in as a walk-in, you'll take an appointment that's available.
Well, we do in the head office right now, and what we've encouraged, why we encourage appointments, people find it cumbersome to take time from work, and so we encourage appointments because I believe employers understand I'll be out for at least an hour to go to St. John's.
Yeah.
They will understand that rather than I'll be out for an hour, I might run beyond an hour, so we will encourage you to set an appointment, and that will help you to minimize time from work. And the benefit, one of the wonderful things with not only our Christmas loans, but other consumer loans, we can give you a very, very quick turnover. In most cases, you would probably get your response right on the spot.
Okay. So what else is happening with St. John's?
Well, currently there is a raffle happening. And the raffle happens per branch. We're raffling a 55-inch LED flat screen TV. And then we're going to throw in...
There's a good Christmas gift right there.
Throw in $1,000 cash. So we didn't stop there. And then we're doing a microwave plus $500 and then $250 for third prize. And these prizes are per branch.
Okay.
So it's you have up to 3 chances to get into this raffle.
And how do you get a raffle ticket?
Okay, the way you go in, you can do an over-the-counter transaction.
Okay.
It's any type of transaction. You just need to come in, do a transaction with the teller. You get a raffle ticket. Or your payroll deductions and salary assignments qualify you for a ticket as
It's
well.
automatic.
Automatic.
Okay.
So we have a system in place to ensure that your raffle tickets, because in years past, some people are like, but I'm my salary senior and I don't get no chance in raffle. Be calm, people. We have ensured that there's a system in place that your raffle tickets are going in as you get paid.
And when's the drawing date for the Christmas raffle?
It's December 16th. The deadline to submit all tickets is December 15th.
Okay, good. So it'll be a great Christmas boost for the people who win it. As you said, it's from all 3 branches.
It's for all 3 branches, yes. So it's per branch. It's not just that. It's per branches these prizes are drawn.
So I want to take the opportunity to also look forward in terms of things that are in the pipeline for St. John's Credit Union. One of the things you spoke about earlier, and we had just had an interview with the central bank on the national payment system. We know it is definitely a progressive step for the country. And the financial institutions are all coming on board at different speeds. How is St. John's going to be accessing the national payment system and making things more easier for members in terms of online services?
Well, currently we are making steps forward. We're doing a complete upgrade of our electrical systems, and we're doing an upgrade of our server systems.
Okay.
So that is what we're doing. We're ensuring that we're positioning ourselves in the 21st, I like to say now the 22nd century, because technology is moving so fast, you know, that it doesn't take 100 years for technology to change again. It takes 3 years, you know. So as we're moving forward in the 22nd century, we're positioning ourselves, and we're actually working on some pretty cool projects for the future. I cannot say what it is, just so that it involves your smartphone.
Ooh. So we have, you do have an ATM.
Yes, we have
And
ATMs.
you have your credit card. Well,
No.
line of credit.
Line of credit.
Sorry, line of credit.
We're
It's not an
working
actual
towards that
swipe
credit card.
yeah. But it's similar to how
Right.
a credit card works.
Right.
And what else has been added to the list of products?
I could
that we
give you a
missed?
real quick rundown.
Yeah.
We offer vehicular loans, we offer residential loans, we offer consumer loans, we offer educational loans, the line of credit loans, or Christmas loan, or smart cash facilities. The range of services is so widespread now for St. John's that I'll be quite honest, the other day a young man came in and is like, how do you keep up with all of these? I'm thankful because it helps us to stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
And every year thus far, we've tried to offer something new in terms of our loan packages. Hinting on Mr. Dawson, and next year I do know that we have another product coming out. So members, please, if you are abreast of, I know everybody's on social media, so follow us on social media. You'll be kept abreast of what's going on with St. John's, and you'll be first to know what's going to be offered to you when the new product comes out. So,
And we are pretty active on social media.
Okay,
So
there we go.
you follow our page. We do daily updates. You can send messages. We do not promise that the messages response will be as prompt, but we try to answer every message. So just bear with us in that arena, right?
All right. And the Christmas loan promotion has already started. Do you have your extended hours as yet, or that comes on later?
Well, they can actually call in and book their appointments for the Saturdays. They have to call in for that one.
Okay.
But the extended hours will officially take flight in November. So.
Okay, great. Well, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up the segment?
Well, I'd just like to encourage each and every member to come into St. John's Credit Union, see what is available. We have financing options that suit your needs. We like to say, if you can dream it, we finance it, no?
Right.
So, and you cannot do anything without money. So enter an agreement that will be vote feasible for you and for us.
beneficial to your family.
And beneficial to your family. As well, we like to extend a belated Happy International Credit Union Day to our members. Just know you're a part of a movement that is 217 million strong. So,
all right, gentlemen, well, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll find out a bit more about the premiere of From Yes to I Do, so stay tuned.